Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms and an all-new segment that I'm starting here tonight. This is called Second Chance, and in case you missed the announcement video, I'll give you a quick rundown of what it is. There's a lot of films out there, that I've watched one time and, didn't necessarily like it the first time through, and went back and gave a film a second chance and, figured, dang, that's not bad. Tastes change over time, and then, you can be in a certain frame of mind the first time you see a film and it just doesn't click, but maybe a second time it will. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. These are going to be films that, like I said, that's the setup for it. But also, there'll be times where I do this and it'll be movies that, are basically guilty pleasures of mine. Films that I like but are pretty much universally hated, that I will try to make the case for hopefully getting you to watch the film once again. But tonight, the first one up for Second Chance is A Clockwork Orange. Now, some of you may be wondering, okay, why A Clockwork Orange? That's a classic film. How can you not like it? I didn't necessarily not like it the first time through. I saw this film back in 2000. I was living in Nashville. This is my cousin's all-time favorite film. He's like, let's check it out, and I'd never seen it. We sat down to watch it. I made it about 3/4 of the way through the film, and I fell asleep. It was late at night, and I remember thinking, that was okay. It was so-so. It was pretty overrated. I didn't really like it enough to want to go back and even finish it, and I just never revisited the film. Well, here lately, I've just had this, I've really wanted to see it again. So I took advantage of the Best Buy Trade and Save and picked this up and got it for $5. And, watched it again the other night, and I gotta say, this is one second chance that I am glad that I gave to this film, because I thoroughly enjoyed it this time around, so much more than I did before. Back 13 years ago, I wasn't nearly as open-minded with films as I am now, and didn't appreciate, I guess, just good, classically good filmmaking like I do now. And I've gotten a lot more into Kubrick and his style since then also. So this film was ripe for rediscovery for me. I'm so glad I went back and watched it. I'm not going to go over the story or anything. Everybody knows this one, and if you don't, just check it out. The only thing I'm really going to say is, I liked the premise of how, Alex and his droogs are, into this ultra violence, and how they try to reform him. Like, the first thing that came to mind with this is, like, these church organizations that have these group therapy sessions where they say they can change people and heal people from being gay. That's what came to mind watching this. That's basically what they're doing in this film, except it's for being a violent person. Just really brought to mind. It's like, dang, did they get that idea from watching this movie? It really makes you wonder. But yeah, the film is just really awesome. And one of the things with this film that, I was like, it took me back, like, not shocked me, but just kind of threw me off, was the slang in it. And, I don't have a problem with, films that have, heavy accents and stuff like that. I can usually work through those and usually pick up stuff very well. But in this, there was a double whammy of heavy accents, and also a lot of slang language. So I actually watched this film with the subtitles on, because there's so many slang words in this. His gang is droogs, and he calls his stomach a Gulliver. Balls are called yarbles. There's just all kinds of slang terms in this. And at first I was like, man, I don't know about this, about the language, but as it went along, you get more accustomed to it, and I actually came to like it. And, excuse me, I've heard that a lot of that is really explained in the book more, like what the words actually mean, because there's a lot of words in there and stuff. I'm like, what in the hell is that? I had no idea, but I could basically get what they were talking about, And also, speaking of the book, like I've heard several people say, as good as this movie is, it really doesn't do the book full justice. So it's really intrigued me to want to check out the book also, which I actually think I'm going to do. I'm like in between reading books right now, and I've been trying to find one that I really want to read, so I'm probably going to check this out next. But yeah, Clockwork Orange, it is a fantastic film. I'm so glad that I gave this one a second chance. You know, before when I watched this, I would have probably given it a 5 out of 10. Well, now I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And you know, I think if once I watch this a few more times, it'll probably be a perfect score for me. I mean, this has already became one of my favorite Kubrick films, just one full time through. And I actually, it's been on my mind ever since I watched it. I really want to watch it again already. You know, but I have to also mention Malcolm McDowell in this before I stop. Malcolm McDowell is fantastic in this film. He is absolutely just amazing. Like, I mean, I really think this film wouldn't have worked nearly as well as it did without him. And I did on one of the special features on here that, you know, Kubrick is quoted as saying that he wouldn't have even done the film if he couldn't have got Malcolm McDowell. And I can see why, because he really does make the film, you know, all the way around. I like how he's like this really evil bastard of a character, but yet you sympathize with him. He still has this humanity to him. He still has this you know, charisma to him, where you're watching it, you like watching what he's doing, and then when he's getting rehabbed, you know, you get to a point where you kind of feel yourself feeling sorry for him, you know, and that's all testament to Malcolm McDowell's portrayal in this film. He just does it so well. He pulls off all facets of the character so well in this. But yeah, guys, Clockwork Orange is just awesome. Check it out, and I hope you guys like Second Chance. I have a lot of ideas for this. And yeah, it'll pop up periodically. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate you all watching. Have a good one. Later.